Good morning, and welcome to Unity in Lynnwood. My name's Gail Piper. I'm a prayer chaplain here. I'm so glad to see you all here in the sanctuary and online. And so as we take this time to quiet ourselves, to find our center, to remember who we are in the world, I ask that you put your feet gently on the ground. Take some nice, deep breaths. You are love. You are joy. You have access to divine wisdom. And as we enter the silence, we remember these truths. And so it is. Gently come back to this room, to your seat. Breathe in love. Breathe in joy. May this time be a reminder of your own divinity, your own path. May it provide you with discernment of what is yours to do. We give great gratitude for the teachers, the ancestors, the wise ones, and so it is.
spent my whole life searching for a shelter for my soul, an understanding of the greater plan. In these walls I've seen the light of love pure and divine, helps me remember who I really am. In every face it's clear, we're all God's children here, and it feels like home, it feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, it feels like home, a family that I can call my own. It feels like home. It's a place to share your burden. It's safe to shed a tear, say a prayer and raise your voice in song, where every heart is honored and every path is true. No one's here to judge you right or wrong, and there's no shame, no sin in this place where love begins. And it feels like home, it feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, it feels like home, a family that I can call my own. It feels like home.
Let's close our eyes and take a deep, releasing breath. Allow tensions and worries to slip from us as we share the beauty and peace of this space. Release foreheads, jaws, shoulders, all the places we unknowingly hold the pressures of daily living. In this relaxation, we open ourselves to the wholeness of our true existence. Mind, body, and spirit join in awareness of the joy that is our birthright as children of one source. Brothers and sisters in one creative power that we may choose to call God. Visualize what brings you joy. Is it the sparkle of sunlight on water, the laughter of a grandchild, the sight of a pet watching for your return home, the emergence of snowdrops and primroses after a cold winter, the warm hug of a friend? Imagine how many simple things make up our joyful experiences. Realizing how closely accessible and natural is our connection to joy, we open our hearts to the divine wholeness of life. We see ourselves as an intended and cherished part of the web of creation, and we let our hearts sing.
Feels like home, it feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, it feels like home, a family that I can call my own. It feels like home, it feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, it feels like home, a family family that I can call my own. It feels like home. Good morning, Unity in Lynnwood. It's great to be back. I was visiting family in Tennessee this week, so I even noticed my own Southern accent coming back. So if I have a little more twang than normal, that's why. If you will sing with me in welcoming in our youth if they're ready. Here we are. You are the light. You are the light. You are the light. You are the light in this world. You are the light. You are the light. You are the light in this world. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright. We have a lot of them. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light in this world. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light in this world. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright. Look at this, let's get around, wow.
Happy Youth Sunday! Woo woo! I'm Stacy. I'm the Director of Youth and Family Ministries here at Unity in Lynnwood, and it's Youth Sunday. Yay! We're going to start off with a reading done by our very own Ollie Long.
Hello. Shadows on the wall, noises down the hall. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Bad dogs barking loud, big ghosts in a cloud. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Mean old Mother Goose, lions on the loose. They don't frighten me at all. Dragons breathing flame on my counterpane. That doesn't frighten me at all. I go boo, make them shoo. I make fun, away they run. I won't cry, so they fly. I just smile, they go wild. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Don't show me frogs and snakes and listen for my scream. If I'm afraid at all, it's only in my dream. I've got a magic charm I keep up my sleeve. I can walk the ocean floor and never have to breathe. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Not at all, not at all. Life doesn't frighten me at all.
Nice.
Okay, and then we have some announcements by Kendall Stratton, our YOUer.
Hello, I'm Kendall. So this coming up weekend, so next weekend, we have a lock-in in Portland. So our YOUers, who is our Youth of Unity, our high school group, we are going down to Portland for a regional lock-in planned by Colin and some other YOUers in other chapters. We also have our kids camp counselors selected. So we have 3 from Unity in Lynnwood. We have myself, we have Colin, and we have Noah. And we are all really, really excited. It's been like my dream since I went to kids camp to be a counselor. And I am so honored to be able to fill that role and give our Unikids the same experience that I had when I was their age. Then in April, we have our rally. This is also for our high school group, and that's from April 19th to the 21st. So we're all going to go down to Randall? Yeah, to Cispus, and we're going to spend a weekend down there, also planned by Noah and our other Regi. Thank you, everybody, for the Super Bowl donations. It really means a lot to the people that you are donating to and to us that we are able to have so much support from you guys. Yeah.
Thank you, Kendall. That was great job. I just want to add something that Kendall didn't mention because I think it's important to note, and that is that these kids that were selected to be kids camp counselors this summer, it's an application process. They write a lesson. They talk about themselves, and it's a big deal. It's an application that goes through the region, and they are selected from all of the high schools in our region to represent YOU for our UniKids, and they also will plan that entire event. So I'm really excited and really proud of our 3 that have been selected. Again, that's Noah, that's Colin, and Kendall. And I know that our UniKids this summer are going to have an amazing camp experience. So more info on that to come. So thank you, everybody. We do have an amazing hospitality. It's Volunteer Sunday as well. So you'll hear about that, but we have little treats for you all over the room. It's going to be fun. Please rise if you are able and help me in blessing our youth.
Here we are.
You are the light of love in this world. You are the light of kindness in this world. Let it shine so bright.
And as the youth exit, will you turn and greet one another?
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Good morning. You gotta herd the cat. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sally West, and I welcome you to Unity in Lynnwood today, those present in person and those watching from home online. I'm so honored and touched to be serving in this role with you today for the first time. Thank you. This is a place of inclusion and great warmth. As I experienced when I first came here almost 20 months ago, and as I experience each and every time I walk through those doors. Whether this is your first time or your 1,000th time here at Unity, We welcome you without exception, wherever you find yourself in life's journey. This is a community that is open to all religious backgrounds or none, to spiritual seekers and doubters, to all sexual orientations, ages, ethnicities, and abilities, to those well off and those struggling to make ends meet. In this sanctuary, all that is needed is a heart that wishes to open. So sit back, make yourselves comfortable, and enjoy.
Thank you, Sally. We have just a couple of invitations. Today is the last day to register for Chocolate Cabaret. It is a wonderful experience if you've not been before. And we will have ice cream and music, and it's a lot of fun. We're doing some songs, new stuff from Linda Ronstadt, Joni Mitchell, Alison Krauss, and Matthew Wilson. So I hope you'll join us. And second is we are going to have an Easter choir this year. So we will start rehearsals on the second week of March. I do ask that you register just so I can get a head count ahead of time. So this is a song I wrote called Peace Be Still. And that is the words, Peace Be Still. And then it will still be peace. It's quite simple. So I invite you to sing along with me. Peace be still. Peace be still, peace be still, peace be still, still be peace, still be peace, still be peace, still be peace, still be peace. Be here now. 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 Now here be. Now here be. Now here. Now here be, I am light. 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 Light am I. Light am I. Light am I. Light am I, peace and love, 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 love and peace, love and peace, love and love and peace, peace be still. 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 Beautiful. Thank you so much. The next one is We Are the Ones That We've Been Waiting For. It's Volunteer Sunday, so I figured this song is perfect for that. You're welcome to sing along with me. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who will make a difference. We are the ones who will change the world.
We are the ones. We are. We are. We are the ones. We are. We are. I've been feeling like I can't make a difference. I've been feeling like there ain't no use. Feeling tired and a little unconscious, coming up with every kind of excuse, till I realized it's not all up to me. When we join together, we shape our destiny to see a world where we are living as one. It can be, it shall be, it will be done. Here we go. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who will make a difference. We are the ones who will change the world. We are the ones. We are. We are. We are the ones. We are. We are. No one else is gonna make the changes. No savior gonna drop from the sky. Nothing left to do but wake up, 'cause it's really up to you and I to take it one step at a time. Stand together with your hand in mine. Then we will see the world that we've been dreaming about. We need it now, the time is now, there is no doubt. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who will make a difference. We are the ones who will change the world. We are the ones. We are. We are. We are the ones. We are. We are.
And I am.
I am the one that I've been waiting for. I am the one who will make that difference. I am the one who will change the world. I am the one. I am. I am. I am the one. I am. I am. You are. You are the one. You are. You are. You are the one. You are. You are. We are. We are the ones. We are. We are. We are the ones. We are. We are. We are the ones. We are. We are. We are the ones.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much.
And got a great band at Unity in Lynnwood. Good morning, Unity in Lynnwood. What an honor it is to be with you as always. If you are a member of our online audience, please consider dropping your first name into the chat window. Identify your geography. And if you're a member of our virtual audience, I would invite you to welcome the members of our online audience by turning this direction and repeating after me, hey you. Hey, you. We see you today. We see the highest truth of you. We see the noble possibility of you. Welcome you. And to that online audience, we are so proud to offer a new program. Every Sunday will now feature a prayer chaplain dedicated to the online audience. So your challenge then is to simply engage with Dana Consuelo this morning. She is serving as the inaugural online prayer chaplain, along with your social media host this morning, who is Callee Gray. Would you offer them thanks this morning, please? I'd like to reiterate what our youth said. Thank you for participating in the Super Bowl of caring. If you have noticed the pile of food in Friendship Hall. That, of course, will benefit those who use the services of the Lynnwood Food Bank. As a fun aside, it will, of course, be weighed along with the intake from other ministries across the United States who challenged us. We, of course, will announce the results. We have a test run of t-shirts in. Today's test run is all large. If you would like to put eyes on one, visit the gift shop. The sayings on the backs, and they all begin the same way. Hi, person behind me. The first one says, there's a whole lot more to you than you know. Remember that. Another one says, you've tried playing small. What do you have to lose by putting some guts into your game? It's a fair question. Another one says, in the end, you are here to be you. So start doing that, please. Besides, everyone else is taken. Another one says, if you are here and it seems quite clear that you are, you belong. And that's all I have to say about that. This is a test run. Starting next week, order forms will come available for those who desire different sizes, specific colors, and specific sayings. If you have interest in traveling with me to Unity Village, Missouri, May 2nd through May 5th, I would like to hear from you. Simply drop me an email. Unity Village is hosting a labyrinth retreat. If you have not seen their labyrinth, it is worth visiting unity.org. It is spectacular. If we have an ample representation from Unity in Lynnwood, we will make the ground travel arrangements and complete our registrations. If we don't, that's perfectly okay as well. Today is Volunteer Sunday. You are made wonderfully comfortable and warmly welcome by virtue of countless souls who have come before, souls who are here today, who serve with grace and love. I'd like to introduce your Director of Volunteer Ministries. Her name is Michelle Van Eyck, who will tell you more about our day. Will you welcome her, please?
Good morning, Unity in Lynnwood. I am Michelle Van Eyck, and I am your volunteer director here at Unity in Lynnwood. I connect people to volunteer positions they love because that is what makes my heart sing. I'm going to tell you about some of our volunteer opportunities, and then I'm going to have a few of my leaders come up and introduce themselves and why they are volunteering and what they do. To begin with, are you tech savvy? Are you warm and inviting, multitasker? If you are, this might be an opportunity for you. It is our social media ministry online welcome host. This ministry supports maximal welcome by keeping Unity in Lynnwood and its many offerings visible to its greater world. Our next one is Shuttle Ministry. This ministry supports maximal welcome by keeping Unity in Lynnwood and its many offering. This ministry supports maximum welcome by providing safe and mindful and inspired transportation. The third one I will introduce today is Hospitality Ministry. This ministry supports maximal welcome by providing opportunities for connection and deepening through the gift of healthy, humanely sourced food and drink. Isn't it interesting how the purpose statement of each ministry begins with supports maximum welcome? We're supporting maximum welcome no matter what we do, cleaning a sidewalk, organizing a closet, or pouring wine at the chocolate cabaret. We are striving to create a space where everyone feels accepted and embraced, regardless of their background or beliefs. We are fostering an environment of kindness and understanding, where everyone can be their true selves and find a sense of belonging. This is the true essence that we would like to create here at Unity in Lynnwood. Now I'm going to introduce a few of our leaders who already encompass the essence of true welcoming here at Unity in Lynnwood. It will be Amanda for Welcome Ministry, Wayne for Audiovisual Ministry, and Marion for Soul Things Gift Shop Ministry.
Hi there, I'm Amanda Birdsall, and I'm Welcome Ambassador co-lead with Michelle. So I do welcoming and kind of fill in sometimes if she's not around or busy. And I just love it. The welcome that I experienced when I first came here just was so warm, made me feel right at home right away. So I love just being able to give back and extend that warmth and welcome to others. And being a volunteer has just helped increase the sense of belonging and connection and community for me. So it's really a win-win. So I love it. So.
Good morning, I'm Wayne, and most of you have probably seen me behind that camera over there where Fran is now. And while I love meeting and greeting and welcoming people as I did this morning, because that just absolutely explodes my heart with love, I also like to get my creative juices flowing and collaborate with people, and those are both involved in operating the camera. It's like framing a beautiful picture, and then there's the dance between the two cameras to bring different perspectives. It's really easy to use, not as intimidating as it might seem, and you will have great support from Nate and Cameron and the AV team. So consider joining us.
My name is Marion, and many of you have seen me sitting behind the glass window, but the door is always wide open, and I love when people come in and peruse the environment. The job that I perform is I do a lot of the ordering of, most of the ordering of the books and gifts that you find in the bookstore, or the gift store, and it's a great place to be. We're very friendly. We love anybody that will come in and help, because there's a lot to it. And all of your creativity is invited to come into the gift shop. It helps us all. So thank you.
Thank you, my leaders. Thank you for being such a great support for this family and community. You are invited to meet these and other leaders following service over a cup of coffee, or Valentine treats are going to be at all the tables provided by the youth. They will be located around the room. If you'd like to review a full palette of volunteer opportunities, grab a volunteer brochure from the Welcome and Information Station in the back of the sanctuary. And when you are ready to support a maximal welcome, we will find the right and perfect way for you to do just that. Thank you.
Words of invocation, take them in the manner best suited to you. You are welcome to read them aloud, whether prayerfully or exuberantly. Together we consider, though imaged and named variously, there is a singular and eternal ground of being, from which all life emanates and into which all life retreats. We choose to call this ground of being God. By extension, we come to understand that we are spiritual in nature, human in expression, and limitless in potential. We gather today to remember such truths, to celebrate our unity, and to honor all life. If you are new today, if you are newer today, welcome. And I don't mean that in an arbitrary or empty way. I mean to say that you find yourself in the company of people who will intentionally open their familiar circles to include you. I predict that you'll find yourself seen and accepted and included at Unity in Lynnwood. And if you're joining us for the first time today and this is not the place you need right now, drop us a note or give us a call. We will help you find that place that supports your soul's work at this time. We are not in the business of getting you. We are in the business of supporting you. How do you like that? Now, you deserve to know that we have been exploring the Jewish teaching myth about the gold calf. Now, at the literal factual end of the spectrum of meaning, just ask someone around you if that's an unfamiliar term. At the literal factual end of the spectrum of meaning, it deserves to be noted that the Israelites lived in a polytheistic context. These were a people who had been subjugated by the Babylonians and the Persians, the Greeks, the Romans. They experienced countless religions and countless gods. A gold calf may well have been a literal experience. You can even spot that polytheistic context in those tablets that were imagined to have descended down the mountain with Moses. Think Charlton Heston here. Now, mountains and angels being closely identified with divine inspiration in the teaching stories of that context. You can even spot that polytheistic context in those tablets when the God of Israel was intuited to say, "Have no gods before me." Now, the God of Israel wasn't intuited to say, "There's only one God and I'm it." The God of Israel was intuited to say, "Have no gods before me." And I think this is a powerful nuance to consider, because in one sentence that has been weaponized by people who look a lot like me, in buildings that look a lot like ours, in that sentence we find the God of Israel acknowledging the gods of other people. The God of Israel just as easily could have said, "Look, I get it that the Babylonians do it their way, and I get it that the Persians do it their way, but now you, the Israelites, you have your way too. So do that." So at the literal, factual end of the spectrum, the golden calf may have been real, but I would suggest that at the mystical, metaphorical end of the spectrum of meaning, gold calves are all around you. Now, Unity would suggest, for one example, that while it is common to give thanks for the harvest, and giving thanks is always perceived to be a beneficial practice in Unity, by the way, while it's common to give thanks for the harvest, for the potatoes, for the greens, for the beans, and for the tomatoes. That's my Midwest roots coming through right there, the tomatoes, I think. We do well to remember that there's something of a life principle which makes the harvest possible. There's something of a life principle which courses through those roots, through those leaves, through those stems. And as we remember this, we stop counting potatoes and we start doing the work necessary for that life principle to do what it does. We start fertilizing. We start tilling. We start enriching. We become less fascinated with the world of effects and more fascinated with the world of causes. It might be said that while it's common to idolize a harvest, we do well to remember the ultimate source behind every harvest. How are we doing so far? You look dazed. Well, let me be more direct then. Maybe you can relate to this one. It's common to give thanks for a great job. It's common to give thanks for a great job. Maybe you have a huge 401k. Maybe you have ample vacations, killer pay, endless savings. Maybe you work with people you absolutely adore, doing something that makes your soul sing. I can tell you that's kind of my experience of life right now. And yet we do well to remember that there's something of a wisdom that made the job possible. There is something of a wisdom that guided you along the right course. There's something of a wisdom that drew you to the right person. There is something of a wisdom that gave you the right words. And as we remember this, that low-grade fear that it might all just be swept away begins to fade. As we remember this, the economy, that fearful economy, begins to lose its chokehold over your mind. As we remember this, circumstances cease to hold us hostage because circumstances do what circumstances do. At the same time, we've, in a sense, become friends with a source that knows how to move us through circumstances just fine. It might be said that while it's common to idolize a job, we do well to remember the ultimate source behind every job. And as we reorient ourselves from idolizing the effects of consciousness and at least start to entertain the possibility that whatever it is within us that drew us toward ample harvests, good jobs, deep loves, soul satisfactions, and every other good thing in the first place is ample to draw us forward yet again. Well, we become available in new ways. We can at long last stop clinging. Desperation tends to fade. Fear tends to dissipate. Our hearts open in new ways. Our vision expands. In this newfound trust that's no longer fixated upon effects and trinkets, you stop bending yourself around circumstances to marvel at the realization that circumstances have started bending themselves around you. Jesus spoke to this. He said, "Don't store up treasures on earth where the moths and the thieves can get them. Store up your treasures in heaven." When we idolize the harvest, when we idolize the job, we become vulnerable because harvests and jobs do. What harvests and jobs do. They come. They go. Sometimes moths eat your harvests. Sometimes thieves steal your staplers, you see. But as we learn to lean into, and upon that consciousness from which all harvests and jobs and loves and satisfactions and all good things spring, we, in a sense, become powerful in new ways, moving through the world of effects with new grace. When we seek first the consciousness, things seem to start finding their ways to us, someone once said. Now, last week, I suggested that comfortable thinking is a bit of a golden calf. Imagine, if you will, just for a moment, is there an annual income number at which you start to get uncomfortable? You know, studies have shown that it can be difficult for a child to eclipse a parent's quality of life. Isn't that interesting? Sabotage might well make an appearance if that new house of yours is, and I quote, well, just a little bit too much, don't you think, honey? It's just a little bit. It's a little bit too much. Is there a depth of adoration at which you start to feel uncomfortable? Maybe a box of chocolates on Valentine's Day might be nice enough, but coffee in bed every morning, oh, I just couldn't take that. Just couldn't take that. And if you think these questions are absurd, let me lean a little harder. Do you get uncomfortable when someone pays you a simple compliment? I know an individual for whom a compliment is met with deflection after deflection after deflection. You might not see them at first. They're pretty subtle. They're cloaked in the garb of some form of humility. Nice job, I might say. Well, you know, I had really good support. Nice job, I say. Well, you know, in truth, I think the timing was finally right. Or nice job, I might say, well, you know, I really did get lucky on that one. Well, how about this? How about thank you? How about thank you? If I were to look at you today and say, hey, you infinite potential of God, I see you shining today. Maybe you respond by saying, well done, you. That's your spiritual practice of the day. What if I say to you, there is far more to you than the world has allowed you to consider? You might respond by saying, well done. In comfortable thinking, you see, maybe it can be said that we idolize our safe limitations, and in so doing, we tend to become bound by them. Now, this week, I suggest that habitual thinking is yet another gold calf. The celebrated story goes like this. If I had graham crackers, I would give them to you. The story goes like this. The pan was small. Now, maybe the family in question was a family of little means, so maybe they couldn't afford a larger pan. I do not know the answer to that. The story goes that the pan was small, so every evening, let's say when the man would return home from the river with something of a hearty trout or a catfish, the woman would chop off a good portion of the head and a good portion of the tail to make the fish fit into the small pan so that she could cook it over her wood fire for her family. And the story continues with their descendants and their descendants' descendants who had a large pan. In fact, maybe we can assume that the descendants were people of much means because they had several large pans. They had non-stick pans, they had brass pans, they had cast iron pans, they had pans by Rachel Ray, they had pans by Gordon Ramsay, and so forth. And yet every evening, now let's say, when the woman would return home from Central Market or Whole Foods with something of a delicious salmon, maybe a hunk of tuna, the man would chop off a good portion of the head and chop off a good portion of the back, toss it into the center of one of those large pans so that he could cook it over his Viking range for his family. Now, I imagine it was a neighbor. Maybe it was a workmate. It really doesn't matter who joined them for dinner one evening, saw this spectacle, and asked the obvious questions. Now, why? Why would you chop off a good portion of the head and a good portion of the tail of a perfectly good fish? To which the man answered, I have no idea. That's just the way. Now, I say the neighbor or the workmate asked the obvious question, but the truth is the question is only obvious to those who aren't in the thing, to those who aren't mindlessly hacking at some helpless little fish, to the man and the woman with their endless inventory of pans. The question wasn't obvious at all. That's the point. And if it is comfortable thinking that keeps you small, it is habitual thinking that keeps you stuck. Cameron, you might put that up for us. That was a good one right there. If it's comfortable thinking that keeps you small, it's habitual thinking that keeps you stuck. Said more directly, if you are at a creative moment in your life, pause. If you are at a creative moment in your life, maybe fear of some form has a grip on you, or maybe you're against some sort of wall, it is not likely to be your comfortable thinking that will envision a better way. It's not habitual thinking that's likely to imagine a new solution. This is why I call them golden calves. Whatever it is that keeps us blind to the infinite potential that is God, whatever it is that keeps us blind to the infinite potential that is God, that becomes your golden calf. Take a deep breath. Let us close the outer eyes 2-3 minutes, during which we will stop. The gift of stopping. Let us give ourselves into the immense privilege of being safe for a moment. Let us give ourselves into the immense privilege of being loved for a moment. For I can quite assure you that this is the truth of your presence here today. You are safe. You are loved. And maybe we take a deep breath together, a breath that seems to have the capacity to slow the physicality of us, to soften the physicality of us, to create a ready vessel for higher wisdom, for broader realities to make themselves known. And into such a prepared space, we simply reflect upon an idea. Whatever it is that keeps me blind to the infinite potential that is God at the very heart of me, whatever it is that keeps me blind to that, may I see it. May I see it that I might respond to it as our mythology suggests, by allowing it to become dust. What an honor it is to be, what a joy it is to be together. Allowing a sense of gratitude to rise. Gratitude, if only for the privilege of being together with noble souls. Let us bring this point in our conversation to a close simply by saying, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Amen.
We offer opportunities to practice giving and receiving, that we may cooperate with the reciprocal nature of the spiritual universe. In other words, while your giving matters to us, we suggest that your giving matters also to you. Electronic giving opportunities will appear on your screen. For those choosing to give a physical gift, the ushers will gratefully pass baskets. If you would like information about UIL's program of regular giving, planned giving, or legacy giving, please take a Giver's Circle brochure or write Dr. Richard directly. For those already participating, we extend a special thanks. Please join me in our affirmation as it appears on the screen. I give freely and fearlessly, fulfilling the law of giving and receiving.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, on the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen.
Have anyone here for the first time today? If you would raise your hand if there is anyone here for the first time. No? Okay. If you are newer, then I would like to draw your attention to the chairback resources here. And if you haven't done so yet and would like to receive our monthly email newsletter, you can fill in the Stay in Touch card that is right there. I will be at the information station at the back of the room to answer any questions at the end if you'd like to stop by after the service. And as already been mentioned, please also join us for snacks provided by the youth in Friendship Hall, where we can extend our opportunity to get to know each other better. For anybody who is newer and hasn't yet received a copy of the Daily Word, we would like to offer you this in the gift shop, and it is an undated version full of daily inspirations to start or end your day, or whenever you'd like to pick it up. Invitations. Please consider the offerings of UIL's small group and interfaith ministries as they appear on your screen. March Women's Group will feature a vision board workshop. Bring some color magazines if you have any, and be prepared to stay until noon. Please pre-register as space is limited. Please consider joining UIL member Gail Piper on Sunday, February 25th at 12:30 right here for her report on her medical mission to Honduras in November 2023. This is not to be missed, believe me. Flyers are at the welcome and information station at the back if you'd like to pick one up. And finally, 40 Days Let Go, Let God virtual booklet study. These are available in the bookstore. Starts next Sunday, February 18th, and runs through March 31st. Instead of giving up some physical thing, Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore suggested we release negative thinking. The daily messages assist us in letting go of qualities and thoughts that block us from our good. The Sunday essays give examples of Jesus letting go of human attributes to live fully from his divine nature. Each week we will discuss the daily lessons and choose one for personal practice. We'll explore some of the Bible verses and practice the affirmations. Again, these complimentary booklets are available now in Soul Things Books and Gifts and via download at www.unity.org. This virtual group will be led by Barbara Thorpe, licensed Unity teacher, and Nancy Merrill. I'm not sure if Barbara's here, but Nancy, do you want to stand? Barbara's in Hawaii. Oh, great. Here's Nancy, one of the leaders. Thank you, and have a wonderful week.
Nice work. Did the online audience see this? Yes. They did see it. What you might not know is that if you go to unityinlynnwood.org and you click on the Eat Shop tab, you can buy something from your seat and have it ready to grab on your way out the door. It is entirely possible. No, you cannot, Glenn says. No, I cannot. Okay, that's fine too. It is entirely possible for something like this to be sold out before you rise from your seats. It can be a bit complicated to keep up with an organization such as this. And so this week, if you will look to social media, there will be a post reviewing how we communicate with you. Everything from Breeze, that functions as an online directory, to how we use social media, to the purpose of platform announcements, to the monthly e-blast. So if you find yourself a little overwhelmed, look to social media this week for that post. Or give us a call and say, I don't do social media, please send it to me, at which point we will find ourselves at a rather awkward crossroads, really. We do use social media. I am so happy to see you today. Charles Fillmore offers a metaphysical interpretation of everything Bible. When I say metaphysical, he is always speaking at the mystical, metaphorical end of the spectrum of meaning. For him, he would say that the golden calf is getting fascinated with the material realm over the realm of consciousness. Couldn't agree with him more. And aren't there countless tempting opportunities to become more fascinated with the world of form than to turn within and do a work in consciousness, which is always the place to start. Consciousness is always the place to start. If you are a prayer chaplain in service to this noble ensemble of souls today, will you self-identify by raising a hand or standing, please? And since I have gone so far as to make you stand, will you remain standing, please, chaplains? Join me as we hold this ensemble in something of a closing prayer. Did you know, Unity in Lynnwood, that you are held in prayer 7 days a week? 7 days a week, whether you know it or not. So today will be a visible demonstration of something that is an ongoing truth of your presence here. We hold you in prayer. If you would like to pray one-on-one with one of these noble souls, simply go to their geography following the conclusion of our time together. They would be honored to do so. If you're a member of our online audience, we see you. Start the process by writing prayer at unityinlynnwood.org. Include a working telephone number, preferably your own. And expect a call within a couple hours. Take a deep breath. The God of my being is fully present today. The God of my being is fully present, never absent. The ground of all being is fully present and never absent, as it has been from the beginning, as it must be for all time. For me, this brings me hope. It brings me hope that there is indeed a wisdom at hand. It brings me hope that there is a sufficiency to any apparent need that has already been richly provided. This brings me hope that there is indeed a life principle working at the very core of me, simply seeking to express itself. So our closing prayer today becomes one of yes. It becomes one of welcome, one of permission. I open to that which already is, doing that which it's already doing, to prove itself through me today. The God of my being is fully present and never absent. May I be the walking, talking, living, breathing proof for all who have eyes to see. And we close this time together as we always do with sung words of blessing, sung words of farewell.
May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you. pure light within you. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on.
We close with a time-honored spiritual practice. Join me simply by repeating my words. Hi, you. My name is. What is yours? Allow that spiritual practice to permeate these next minutes as you rise together and prepare to make your way to Friendship Hall to meet noble leaders in the company of truly noble souls. Unity in Lynnwood, you are a blessing. For you today, I give thanks. Have a great week.